We'll know when we know.
Hmm.
Yep, looks like we're live, I think.
I think so.
Yes, the stream looks like it's loading something. So, hello everyone and welcome to Shenanimegans,
Yeah.
Season 3, Episode 5.
Yeah.
I think this is loading. It's just loading a black square. Could you imagine if I wasn't actually
Yeah.
online? Can we
Yeah.
confirm? Yes, I can confirm
There
I'm
it
live.
is.
There we
It
go.
just loaded for me now. There we go.
Yeah, that pipe might have still been buffering and might not show up. So hello again,
Yeah.
everyone. It's Shenanimegans, Season 3, Episode 5. Uh,
Hmm.
what's a podcast without technical issues?
Yeah. Seriously,
Yeah,
it's tradition at this point. We can never fix everything, or else it just wouldn't feel right.
every season something must go wrong.
Of course.
As long as we don't have another lost episode.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know what you're talking about. We've
if
never
we
lost an episode.
if we do, it has to be on my end so that we can just overlay the two of them and really fuck with people.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. That
although
would
I
be
don't
great.
think. Do we still have the other one recorded? I think it might be on YouTube,
Oh.
still unlisted.
Maybe. I
I
don't
think we
know.
might have done that. I don't know. Anyways, no one knows what we're talking about,
Yeah.
but we should be talking about anime. That's why
Yeah.
we're
We should
here.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome to our new late night podcast.
Yeah.
It's late night. We can get raunchy. We can say stuff like,
Like butts.
yeah, like butts, and like, we can now talk about things like Hajimete no Gal. We're not going to
What's-
talk about Hajimete no Gal, but we could.
Yeah. We could if we wanted to.
We're in that time zone now.
Hmm.
Yeah, so
Shall we get into not talking about Hajime no Ga?
yeah, let's proceed with not talking about Hajimete no Gal. How many times can we say Hajimete no Gal in this episode?
I don't know. Let's
should-
find out.
We should just start adding like titles, because this one would just be like, let's start not talking about Hajimete no Gal. That would be the
Yeah.
title of this episode.
Yeah.
I feel sorry if anyone actually likes that show and is in here and is like, what are you doing? God damn, that's my trash of the season.
Hopefully anyone watching that knows that it's trash and they know.
Yeah,
They'd be okay with it.
Yeah, there's a point when the anime reaches where it's like,
Mhm.
you like it, but you cannot defend it. Like, it's like, oh yeah, I love anime. Not so much
But
all the
it's-
upskirt shots of the 13-year-old girls, but that's a
Yeah.
little creepy. Like, there's some stuff you can't defend.
Hmm. It's like, I know it's garbage, but I still kind of like the not garbage parts.
There's a reason they're called guilty pleasures.
Exactly.
Anyways, so
Yeah.
do we want to start with news or with our previous week, or what do we want to start with this week?
I will try starting with the previous week. We'll change it up a little bit.
Yeah, you want to go first?
Yeah, sure. So probably the biggest thing I did this week was I finished watching Madoka Magica.
Yay! Well,
Yeah, I finally watched the last like 2 or 3 episodes of that.
yeah. What did you think?
Yeah. Oh, it was really good. It
Yeah.
definitely had that lull in the middle. Like I think you had told me a couple weeks ago that it has.
Yeah.
And I almost stopped watching it because of that, but the end of it's really, really good.
Yeah, it does a really good job at starting off making you think it's really happy, then just
Mhm.
crushing your soul, and the lull is literally just dragging. It's the show dragging you through how much being a magical girl sucks. The reason it lulls
Oh, yeah.
is because that's the whole point where you're like, this isn't good. Like, this is not like
Mhm.
they use the lull in such a good way for that. Like,
Yeah.
the fact that the lull comes in a point where it's literally like a lull in all of the characters' lives and how bad it's going, I think actually works really
Mhm.
well.
Yeah.
And then they're like, fuck yeah, time travel, woo, and it gets crazy again.
Yeah. That the one thing that I'm really curious about is I know that says like a couple movies follow up after it. And so I'm really curious how they even have anything after this cuz like
So,
that ending was pretty final.
so I haven't seen any of the movies. The first two
Mhm.
movies, I believe, recaps of the first. It's like kind
Yeah.
of retelling of the show, which
Mhm.
using 2 movies for instead of one, I think probably makes it pretty good. I need to watch them still. I don't know how much extra, because I do know an
Mm-hmm.
extra character shows up
Oh.
at some point, but I don't know if they don't show up till the third or if they show up in the earlier. Because what they
Yeah.
might have done is it's a retelling of the show, but in one of the alternate timelines Homer
Oh,
has.
okay.
I'm not sure if that's what they do or not because I haven't seen it. But then the third one, I believe, is new continued from after the show.
Hmm. Interesting. Because yeah, that when that show ends, that it seems pretty final. I don't know. That's it seems weird that they would like it was so popular. Of course, they're going to try and do something more with it, but it just doesn't seem like it should be possible. I guess.
I've had some of it spoiled for me, and the way
Mm-hmm.
they do it sounds like they aren't going for just popularity, trying to like make
Okay.
off it. Like it actually sounds like it was kind of like
Yeah.
planned out beforehand. Like
Yeah. Like it's really well thought out. Okay.
yeah,
With how that series went, I would totally trust them to like do it
yeah,
properly and not just make a cash grab or something.
yeah. I really like that director. They're really good at
Mm-hmm.
handling like sensitive and dark topics and stuff.
Yeah.
What the heck's their name again? Oh
Oh,
yeah, Shimbo. It's Akiyuki Shimbo. So he
mhm.
does a lot of these shows that do have like these darker things. Like he did Three Gatsu no Lion, which is
Mhm.
a lot of depression related stuff in that. He did
Yeah.
Hitamari Sketch, which is completely different. I had no idea he did that. That's just happy, whatever. He does a lot of
Mhm.
stuff. He's done a lot of stuff. He did Lyrical Nanoha, which is like another really dark magical girl series.
Mhm.
Um, he did the Monogatari series, which actually deal a lot with like some darker themes throughout,
Yeah.
just in a very perverted way at times. Yeah, so he does a lot of the stuff that's like kind like very out there and off the wall, and it's usually done. Even when it doesn't work, it's done in a way that's very well thought out and very respectful of the what they're
Oh,
talking about. The other
yeah.
thing he did, I just remember, is Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei.
Mhm.
He did that one too. So yeah, he's done a lot of dark stuff, and then also a lot of happy stuff. So he's really good at mixing the two. I
Yeah.
like Shimbo. Shimbo's a good director.
Cool. I'll have to check out more of his stuff because, like, I just scrolling through this list, I'm not really seeing anything that I've like actually seen.
There's a
Lots of a
lot.
lot of stuff I've heard of, but I don't think I've seen like any of it.
Hitamari Sketch is great, and there's like 5 seasons, so
Yeah.
he'll probably never get a new season though. One of the voice actors passed away
Oh, that's
from
unfortunate.
what's that throat issue people get all the time that like can be deadly sometimes.
I am not sure. I mean, I was even like throat cancer, but I don't know any other throat specific things. Hmm.
Sorry, not that. It's pneumonia. She
Oh
passed
no.
away from pneumonia.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's unfortunate. Hmm.
Yeah, that was back in 2015. She's a really good voice actor who had done a
Hmm.
ton of stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, she played their teacher, so
Mm-hmm.
that was upsetting to find out when I did, because I was in the
Yeah.
middle of binging through the series when it happened. It's like, oh no. But it's really
Oh.
good. There's a lot of like just cute girls at art school, and some of them are pretty
Mhm.
gay. So
Sounds like a cute show.
yeah, the way they do it too is even though it's like a slice of life, Shimbo goes
Mm-hmm.
about really weirdly. He like jumps around to points in time. So
Mm-hmm.
like each episode kind of starts off with the date, and
Yeah.
it's not in chronological order.
Okay.
At least for the first few series. I think it becomes more chronological later on, but yeah, it's pretty
Mm-hmm.
neat. It's a neat way of storytelling. Because it's like, oh, well, we've already gone to the end here. Now what do we
Yeah.
do? Well, I can go back and just tell something from before the end because I have this
Mm-hmm.
other day that's free in that. So,
Cool.
yeah. Yeah, I'd recommend that one a lot.
Mm. Yeah.
And if you haven't seen Nanoha Nanoha, because I will recommend that to
Mhm.
everyone, because I've been on a huge Nanoha kick. And
Yeah.
I'm writing Nanoha fanfiction. Anyways, so what else did you watch?
Not a whole lot else yet this week. I didn't. I fell behind a lot. I I did watch the new Land of the Lustrous, which that show is so good. I
I
love it.
have they gotten into Volume 3 stuff yet? Or is it still Volume 2
Uh,
stuff?
was Volume 3 was the newest one. So no, they're like
Okay.
near the end of Volume 2.
I
I
yeah,
think they're like right. They might be like right at the end of 2. I think.
ooh, the end of 2 is really cool. I need to catch up.
Mm,
I
yeah,
have not watched like any of it, which feels
it's really
bad.
good.
I'm so far
Yeah.
behind on so many shows.
Well, I think the show, I think it works really, really well as a show over the manga because, like, the main differentiation between all these characters is their hairstyles and hair color. And obviously, in the black and white manga, you don't get the colors, so it can be hard to keep track of who is who.
I
I've had
almost
them.
felt the opposite. I almost felt it
Yeah.
was easier with the manga because in the manga, they do have like different silhouettes and stuff still.
Hmm.
With the
Yeah.
anime, I find a lot of them don't really have different silhouettes, like because their
Mm.
models are all the same. When you see
Yeah.
them moving at any time, I find it's a bit hard to tell them apart.
Hmm.
But like, I still like both.
Yeah.
I, the way
Uh,
they do the art in the manga is incredible. The way they
oh.
express things, because it's like it's so much more limited in black and white. But
Hmm.
oh, did I tell you about my Volume 3 copy?
Oh, you didn't. What? Tell me about
So
it.
it's misprinted.
Oh,
Half
really?
of like a bunch of the pages are just super faded.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, I went back to return it at the store, and every book in the store was like that. I wasn't sure if it was like that
Huh.
with everyone printed, but it sounds like yours wasn't, so.
No, mine didn't have any problems.
Yeah, I have a cool little misprint volume. I have two misprint volumes now. I have a Higurashi no Naku Koroni. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's it. When the cicadas cry. I have one of the manga volumes for that where the cover was put on backwards.
Yeah.
So it's like you go to open it and then all the pages are backwards and upside down because it's like the cover is
Oh,
being flipped, which is really weird, but I
yeah.
think is funny.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a pretty cool misprint to have.
yeah,
Faded Pages is kind of a bummer to have that
yeah,
one, though.
especially when it's on some of the really nice art pages. I'll probably
Yeah.
get another copy eventually and then just keep that as like a hey cool, like it's a misprint thing because
Hmm.
it's neat to have those.
Yeah, that is. Uh, and other stuff this week. Oh, I watched the new episode of Kino's Journey, which has been the best episode yet. It was the
Hooray!
first one. Yeah, it was the first one that didn't feel like super murder centric.
Oh yeah, so did I tell you about the stuff I found out about Kino's Journey?
Maybe,
I think I
maybe.
did last week. That's all like fan voted.
Oh yeah, yeah, you did tell
Yeah,
me
yeah.
that.
The fans just wanted all the ones where Kino uses the gun because there's so few of them, and it was
Wow.
like really like
Yeah.
big defining moments for Kino. The problem is they don't build up to it at all or
Yeah.
properly say, hey, this is why it's like that. And that's why
Hmm.
there's so many of the murdery
Okay.
gun ones in this.
That,
It's really awkward. I saw people complaining
yeah.
about it on Kitsu today and talking about
Yeah.
what they felt was wrong with it.
That's. They shouldn't have let the fans vote on this, then,
No,
because
no,
that's.
because it also stops them from ever having another chance at like making another anime in the franchise. Because oh,
Hmm.
we've already done all the best arcs. What would we do now?
Yeah.
Like, which kind of
It's like,
sucks.
yeah, leaving it up to the fans to see what they want the most is like a good notion, but I feel like they're just gonna hurt themselves because, like, the hardcore fans are gonna have all the context that new viewers like me aren't gonna have, and
Yeah,
so going to the show now, it's like just kind of confusing. And
it's also fanword by the people who can read the light novels. We don't have the light
oh
novels, so
yeah,
we have even less context. We just have the previous anime for context.
hmm
I think we had one light novel released and then it was dropped or something. But like this is a series that's been going on for over a decade, and I think the
yeah,
light novels just ended.
oh
I'm gonna check that.
okay,
No, they're still publishing. Like they're
oh
not even done
wow,
yet. It's been 17 years worth of light novels. So maybe it will
wow,
get another one just because it's not ended yet.
hmm
Yeah, Tokyo Pop published the first volume and then couldn't publish any of the others. Uh, but it is actually published in German, Chinese, Korean, and Thai legally, just
Wow.
not English.
Yeah.
Cause fuck Tokyo Pop.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think after I finish this, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the original
Yeah.
series.
It's really funny seeing everyone going like, "Oh yeah, it's Kino. He is so cool and stuff." But if
Mm-hmm.
you go to any site, it says her because when the
Mm-hmm.
original one came out, they're all like, "Oh yeah, Kino's a girl." It's like I'm not a guy, I'm Kino. But then in the new one, they did the opposite. So
Mm-hmm.
I've said it a few times, but I hope that it's like the author pushing for it to be a like non-binary character.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be cool.
there's stuff in the original anime though that does hint that like they're definitely not a guy, but they're
Yeah.
also definitely not a girl if that one line
Mm-hmm.
is translated right, which here's hoping because that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah. So far in this series, there's just been the only hinting that any of that has been in one line. There's like a gate card saying like, "Oh, you can't come in here, boy," and Kino says, "I'm not a boy."
Oh
So
wait, I thought Kino said I'm not
hmm?
a girl in the new one
I think they said I'm not a boy. I might be
because I
misremembering.
think the original one was where they said, "Oh, I'm not a boy."
Oh, I don't
I
know.
don't know. I'm hearing both have been
Who
said, so
knows?
it's neat, but
Yeah, it is. It's
yeah,
cool that they keep it kind
vague.
of vague.
Yeah,
Yeah. And then
I need to finish the original series. I have it on DVD
mhm.
now. I feel
Oh.
bad. I've only seen 3 episodes, but I've rewatched them all once because I tried getting through them all. Then I put it on hold. Then I tried again and had to rewatch.
Oh. Yeah.
But I mean, I've seen a bunch of other stuff about it too because it is a series I like. So it's like I know a bunch of stuff even though I haven't like actually seen it. It's awkward. It's like I knew the entire plot of Madoka before I ever got to watch that show. So
Oh wow.
yeah,
Yeah. We'll get around to it someday.
yeah. So
Yeah.
what?
And
Anything else?
the last thing I wanted to mention is Two Car because I just watched it
Ooh,
like
two
20 minutes
car.
ago. It's so adorable. You should totally watch this show. It's
I
really
gotta
gay and
catch
adorable.
up. I gotta catch
Yeah.
up. I gotta catch up on so many shows. I've
Yeah.
started catching up on some.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I did catch up on Blend S, and I'm staying caught up on that. Saw the new
Of
episode
course.
today. Yeah, of course. I watched a bit more of Konohana Kiten, which is kind
Hmm.
of going like a episode of, or story of the week style thing so far. But they
Yeah.
focus on different girls working at the inn too, not just Yuzu. I think the main character's name is Yuzu. So like this last episode was about two of the other staff and how gay they are for each other, basically, which was pretty cute. That was
Hmm.
episode 3. I'm still not fully caught up. I'm starting to. I watched some more anime Gataris again, and it's like, it's such a harmless show that I really enjoy, but that stupid talking cat keeps making me worried that it's gonna get really weird.
Yeah.
A lot of it's
Dang.
just like nonsensical fun. Nothing too
Hmm.
bad. Um. Oh yeah, I watched the Girls in Panzer film. Girls in
Oh,
Panzer
really?
Der film. Yeah, it's on High Dive, so.
Okay.
The
I keep.
OVAs are also on High Dive.
Yeah. Okay. Gonna get around to those sometime.
Yeah,
I keep
see,
forgetting that they're easily available.
yeah.
So I'll,
With High Dive, all of Girls in Panzer is legally available, except for the real Anzio battle for some reason. I don't know why that
Huh.
one episode. Like
weird.
the only legal way to watch it is to buy the Blu-ray from Sentai Filmworks, which is like $15. It's like, please.
that's weird. I
Yeah.
wonder why it's just that one thing. That's
Yeah, watching
huh.
the movie was weird because the antagonist from Real Anzio Battle is in it, so
Oh.
and they like play a somewhat major role. It's like oh, and then I think I needed to see the OVA too because there's like a Finnish team in it who's not really introduced. They're just kind of suddenly there. I'm like, oh, I wonder if they show up in the OVA. But they're like the best team. It's like
Oh.
I want them to oh god, what's the term?
Mm,
What's the term where it's like you're not sure if reality exists or not, and you're
oh.
contemplating it? Like
I have no idea.
Oh, I want them to speak existentially to me. That's how I can.
Oh,
That's how I describe them.
yeah.
But
Huh.
yeah, they're pretty silly and great.
Hmm.
Um. Oh yeah, there's another school that's also introduced, but they're actually introduced at the beginning, and I think they're like Chinese themed.
Hmm. Huh.
I'm not sure. They're like they're called Chihaten, and they're pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, I'm excited for the new movies to come.
All right. That's right. There's more
I'm
coming.
gonna have to buy so many Blu-rays. Damn, I hope Sentai Filmworks would put out a box set of them all when they're done.
Yeah.
Of all,
I
all of the
assume.
finished movies.
Yeah, I assume once everything's out, there'll be a box set of some kind, and hopefully that'll get brought over here.
But yeah,
Hopefully.
speaking of Sentai, just because it's not actually on our news list, which we'll get to,
Hmm.
uh, they are not renewing their licensing with Angel Beats.
Oh,
So if
right.
you wanna get that, I believe if you use the code Farewell, you can get 60% off right now for the
Oh.
Blu-ray DVD of that. I have it on DVD. I would love it on Blu-ray because that series is gorgeous, but I can't
Hmm.
justify buying a second right now, especially since I can't use the.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I think there's something really weird with the rights to that because Seven Seas licensed the manga, put out the
Hmm.
first volume, then a month before the last one, it suddenly disappeared, and you can still buy the first volume, but there's
Yeah.
no talk, there's no answers about why it disappeared, but none of the other volumes are like ever coming out.
Huh. That's
It's
bizarre.
never been properly addressed. So I don't know if maybe the original writer had like a falling out with the
Hmm.
studio or something.
Hmm.
But yeah, it sounds like it's going to be one of those series that's just not going to get re-released.
Yeah. I guess it's just one of those weird business things where like they couldn't agree or come to terms on it, and then they don't want to publicly say anything because that'll affect their ability to do
Yeah.
business negotiation stuff.
Yeah, it's weird because
That's a.
they did have an agreement with it. Like the first volume came out, like it
Hmm.
sounds like it was something afterwards someone pulled out or it like
Yeah.
changed hands. I'm just checking something.
Huh.
Did Full
Okay.
Metal Brotherhood, they lost their licensing with Funimation, right? Yeah, it's like
Oh.
$300 to get it now.
Oof.
I don't know if that's ever going to be re-released either
Oh,
because
that's so popular. I have to assume
it's
someone would
well,
eventually.
it's just really weird because why would they lose Brotherhood? Like that's such a big thing, right? You think
Hmm.
they'd want to hold on to if they could, but they
Yeah.
lost it about a year ago and no one else has picked it back up. Like
Hmm.
it makes you wonder why. Like what would like it sounds like it's just gonna be one of those series that's not going to get released again, which doesn't make sense really because it's like why would you give up on a revenue
Hmm.
outlet? But I don't know. Something weird's going on with that one too.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's strange.
and the other issue is if anyone else does pick it up, but they can't pick
Hmm.
it up the dub because Funimation owns the rights to the dub,
Oh,
which
right.
that could be a reason why people aren't picking up as well.
Yeah, probably because fans are gonna want as much as possible. And if they couldn't get the dub, then it's gonna be
Yeah,
a lesser product.
yeah, it's really weird that one's so popular like that's just kind of gone.
Yeah,
I'm,
that's
I'm
weird.
also pissed that DeadRobots never got an actual release.
Yeah.
Come on, give me my favorite show. Why did that never get released? It's so popular. Like,
Hmm.
Bakano had a release. Actually, I think Bakano's is out of print too. Maybe Ryogo Naita hates people. That
Yeah.
one makes sense though. His light novels and his manga just got released. It'd have to be studio based or director based, maybe. I don't know.
Mm.
Sometimes it's really weird to try to figure out why these things don't have like licenses and stuff.
Hmm.
It's like, why do we not have a complete collection of Kill la Kill? Like, come on.
Mm.
We only have one with Gurren Lagann because Funimation dubbed it, so they had one.
Yeah.
But I think that's out of. I don't think you can buy that either. You have to buy their new one that's like $300.
Oof. Man, anime is expensive.
Only the ones that get popular, and then the company that owns it tries to milk more money,
Yeah.
and then just fucks it. Uh,
Dang.
yeah. The obvious solution is to learn Japanese and just buy the $70 volumes for 3 episodes and pay $20 shipping on each of them.
Yeah, totally. It's
Yeah.
completely reasonable. Everyone should do that.
Course. At least those usually come with like a bunch of extra bonus stuff, like art books and stuff, the release ones. So that's neat usually. But yeah, anyways.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't watched much because, well, I did the Extra Life thing and all, but for the most part, I started playing shitty waifu games again, like JRPGs. Nice. I've been playing this one called Lord of Magna Made in Heaven, and it's so bad. It's called Made in Heaven, and one of the characters in it gets the like waifus to dress up as maids, and he's like, "Maids in Heaven," and I'm like, the name drop in the worst way.
That sounds like the best kind of trashy.
Oh yeah, no, it's a good trashy, but it's pretty trashy. The game's pretty cool though. It's like turn-based tactical, but it's like you're super powerful people against like waves. Which is really weird how it works in turn-based. I haven't seen anything like it before, so it's pretty neat.
Cool.
Yeah, it's like you try to get the proper lineup so you can knock enemies into each other and get more downs, and then if you get enough people killed in like one turn, like a combo, you get another turn and stuff, so positioning is very important. I'd be interested in speedrunning it if not for the fact that you have like one mission and then like half an hour of dialogue, and then a mission, and then half an hour. It's been a lot of plot. I'm still in the early area. I've only been introduced to 3 of the 7 girls or so. So still going.
What system is that on?
3DS.
Okay.
If I had a 3DS capture card, I would have been streaming it for sure. I really want to get one so I can stream my many JRPGs I have on it.
Yeah.
Like I also have Legend of Legacy. That one I would love to stream. I really want to try routing that one for a speedrun one day. But yeah, so it's kind of anime.
Yeah,
Not
it's
really,
close enough.
Kind of, yeah.
I mean, JRPGs are basically anime. It's
games.
Anime that you play. Yeah.
I'm thinking of trying to start streaming JRPGs again and just do like at least once a week JRPG stream.
I actually had a similar thought too.
Yeah, I have a ton on my backlog on Steam. Like I want to get, I want to do all the Tales ones, the like Tales games I own and Tales games on Steam, and then I want to get Blue Reflection.
Oh yeah, that game's so good.
Magical Girl JRPG, and then a bunch of others like that. So I might start doing that soon.
Cool.
So yeah, if we want to get into news then.
Yeah, sure. So first news story up. There's not a whole lot of news this week. I didn't see much. I think we've hit that mid-season low where the news just kind of stops rolling in. I think.
Saw some, but it wasn't super interesting or important.
Yeah, this first thing I brought up was the Killing Bites anime has revealed a teaser video, and this is the anime about a honey badger lady. It looks ridiculous.
Sorry, there was one thing I just remembered I saw.
Oh?
We'll look at this thing first and I'll find it. Okay. You'll be interested. Cheetah bunny. Oh god, the bunny girl. Why? Why is this a thing that exists?
This looks so dumb. Oh. I'm gonna have to watch this just to see how ridiculous it is.
Killing Bites.
It looks like garbage.
They're were animals. I love it. But yeah, so I saw they had released some news on the Junji Ito collection.
Oh yeah.
They announced 3 people who are going to be in it, but I don't.
Yeah. I did see that.
I forgot to keep the article.
I have one here from Anime News Network. Sent to you in Discord. Says, okay, they revealed the first voice cast members on Tuesday. Yuji Mitsuya as Suichi.
Yeah, here we go.
Hiro Shimono as Oshikiri and Kaori Nizuka as Yuko.
From Slug Girl. So they're doing Slug Girl for sure.
Okay.
Because Yuko is from Slug Girl.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. Oshikiri is from Oshikiri Idan, so they're doing that one. And
Mm-hmm.
Soichi is from the Soichi series, so they're doing some of that. It looks
Yeah.
like. Yeah, that was in the visual Slug Girl, at least for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I can't tell them all apart because I haven't seen that many. But yeah, so it does tell us a few of the ones they're doing, a few of the
Yeah.
stories they're doing, so that's neat.
I just thought it was kind of funny that the before when they first revealed this teaser image with the six people, the weird like
It's probably the
negative
six
stuff.
stories they're doing.
Yeah, but when they first released that, they're like, "Oh, this doesn't necessarily represent what we're
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
It's
but
just show the style." But like, no, it's totally what you're doing. It's
actually,
especially
yeah,
since
even the
all. Yeah.
actors, I think the one with like the scared guy,
Mm-hmm.
scared kid, I think that's the Soichi. The dude with the voodoo doll thing, I think it. Oh no, I think that's the Soichi, and
Yeah,
the
the
scared kid
scared
is the
guy is
Oshikiri Eden
okay.
one,
Yeah,
and then the last one is Slug Girl.
yeah.
Yeah, they're totally just showing what it is.
That's
Unless if
funny.
the other three are different. Like now they're making you think it's gonna be, and then
Yeah,
they'll change it. I don't know what the other three are though.
yeah. I have no idea. I've only read the big stuff by Junji Ito,
Did he
Gyo
do the
and Spiral
one
stuff.
about the Happy Army or whatever, where people got sewn together?
I've not heard of that one.
That would be a good one for this. Wait, let me see.
Yeah.
I think that was one he did. If it's weird horror, I assume it's him. Yeah, Army of One. That's what it's called.
Okay.
Is that the end of Hellstar Vermina? Yeah, it's apparently super popular. I would have loved for them to do Army of One. That one's
Mm-hmm.
really fucked up. That's one of the few ones I've actually read and read of his stuff, and I like read it and it's just like this is fucking weird. I'd recommend it.
Yeah. I'll have to check that out.
It's just a one shot, so it's not super long. So,
Yeah. Be a quick read. That's cool.
yeah. So next news piece.
Yeah.
Sony has finished their acquisition deal of Funimation.
Yeah.
So Funimation is officially owned by Sony. Actually, maybe they'll get Full Alchemist Brotherhood back now with the Sony money.
Yeah, maybe. The agreement values Funimation at 150 United States dollars or 150 million
Yeah,
US dollars.
150 was a little low there.
Yeah, that'd be a little low.
I still feel like 150 million seems low, because Funimation is one of the biggest like sites for anime in the in North America. It seems like it would be larger, but especially with all the series they have, maybe they had been having hard times for a while, and that would explain like losing Brotherhood. I'm not sure, because they've been really upping production again lately, doing all the simuldubs and stuff. I mean, I guess they kind of had to stay alive, since not as many people care about dubs anymore, and they finally had competition with competent dubs because of, well, Netflix is dubbing their stuff.
Yeah.
And Sentai Filmworks dubs some of their stuff, and they actually do a really good job at their dubs. They get a lot of unknown people who really fit the characters well, at least from the ones I've heard. I've heard some of Flying Witch, and I really liked it, so... Which I still have to wait for my volume to arrive at the end of this month instead of the beginning like everyone else, because Canada gets it a month late for some reason.
Yeah. Weird.
Yeah. But yeah, so... The Funimation CEO is retaining his position, and he has a minority stake in the business. And the fact now that operations will continue unchanged, so this shouldn't be a huge change. It's just who owns it has changed, and they might get some more money towards bigger shows and stuff. Who knows?
Yeah. There was another statement released by Sony, and in that article, if you click on Noted, that links to another statement. There's some people from Sony saying, just saying some vague quotes that they seem like maybe they're going to be getting more anime stuff to like be easily accessible on the PlayStation, which kind of makes sense.
Yeah, like Steam's been doing that, where you can buy anime on Steam.
Yeah,
Like
that's real weird.
I think it's through Crunchyroll, and it's like their version of like iTunes, which is really weird.
Hmm. That
Yeah,
is, it's strange.
but it's really cheap. So I mean, if you don't like,
Hmm.
if you just want one show and you don't want to buy, actually it was on sale, and that's why it's really cheap.
Hmm.
Let me go check some of the prices for
I
stuff
think
right now.
I want to say it's like pretty close to the like full price of stuff. I haven't really looked in a while.
Let's see, how much is Toradora? Toradora is
Hmm.
about $20. Yeah, so it's not that cheap. It was on. They had a bunch on sale for a while where it's really cheap. Right now it's still about 30% off, and most is like $20, which isn't too bad.
Yeah,
Movies are
yeah.
pretty cheap. They have Garukawa Restore the World, which we just watched, and that's
Oh, yeah.
$2.30.
Hmm.
Not bad. It seems
Okay.
movies are generally really cheap. So
Yeah.
they have Kimono Friends. I can
Oh.
buy Kimono Friends for $20. Oh yeah, each episode's about $2.50, and a movie is about $2.50. I see how it works.
Hmm.
Uh, I want to find one that's on a big sale and see if it has a different price. They have Schoolgirl Strikers. It was so bad.
Oh.
I wonder if you can get achievements from watching anime, like
Oh, that'd be
Steam
great.
achievements, or if it like came
Yeah.
up with anything like this person is now watching this.
Hmm. It would probably show up as like you're watching it, just like if it shows up if you're playing a game. Probably do the same thing there.
But yeah, if you like digital copies and want to buy them, but not through iTunes, they have the Ghost in the Shell movies actually. They have
Yeah.
2.0 for $5. The individual 11. I don't actually know what this is. Is this an OVA? What? Is this one of the new ones?
Hmm? I'm not sure.
What is individual 11? Why haven't I heard of this? Oh, this looks like the original movie. What? No?
Oh.
No, it looks different. Maybe it's like. Oh, and then there's the Laughing Man. Oh, I think these are standalone complex compilation movies. I think that's what those are.
Oh.
But they do
Okay.
have the original too. And then they have, yeah, movies are about $2 to $5. Bleach, you can buy all 27 seasons.
Oh,
Are they
jeez.
$20 each? A season one is $31. It's even more. Wait, how many episodes are in a season? Oh, it's because they're 26. That's why. Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so confusing. Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, then it goes Season 1, or Season 4, Volume 1, Season 4, Volume 2. Like, the way it's set up is
Oh man,
weird.
that's just too much. It's too much anime.
Too much anime. Yeah, but this might be a good place for movies. But I mean, if you have a Crunchyroll subscription, you can just watch on Crunchyroll. But if you
Yeah.
buy these, you'll technically own them. Oh, they have Ruby Volume 1 and 2 for $5 each.
Oh.
And Volume 3. Yeah, that's not bad.
Huh.
You don't get the physical, but you do technically own them
Yeah.
forever. Oh, cool.
Huh.
They have some drama CDs too. Like they have the Kindred Spirits on the Roof drama CDs.
Hmm.
That's neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have walkthrough stuff too. Ooh. Anyways, and no more looking at Steam because no
Yeah.
one sees that. It's not captured.
Oh.
I didn't
Oops.
realize that. I should have captured that when I started looking. I
Yeah.
just realized. But yeah,
That's fine.
so for our last bit of news, which comes back to Crunchyroll, as
Yeah.
many people probably know, Crunchyroll got hacked yesterday,
Hmm.
and they put up an update. They've admitted it happened, although they did say Crunchyroll itself was not hacked. Everyone's
Yeah.
information is fine. It was the Cloudflare site that hosts it that got hacked. So
Hmm.
the actual site was fine, just the host was sending people to a fake Crunchyroll site instead of the actual Crunchyroll site,
Yeah.
which is what then would make people download Crunchyviewer. So I was following
Hmm.
someone who was actually looking into this when it was happening,
Yeah.
and it was really funny because the Crunchyviewer is basically the Taiga EXE, which is like a program meant for keeping up on what you've watched, which I
Hmm.
guess would be the whole point of Crunchyviewer. So anyone just took a short look at the code, they'd be like, "Oh, this looks fine."
Hmm.
They didn't delve into it, but then it had malware and stuff installed too, and yeah, they're saying, "Oh yeah, do this to like get. Don't worry about it. Like you can get rid of it through this way." Except what I was hearing from people then is that if you restarted your computer once installed, it would format your hard drive. So this will not
Whoops.
fix it if your hard drive is formatted.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah, they have it all fixed now. They got it fixed eventually, and on this blog post are instructions if you happen to visit the site while
Yeah, if you download the
it
file,
was affected.
hopefully you didn't install this file, because yeah, Crunchyroll's not the
Hopefully.
type of site that makes you auto-download stuff. That should be
Yeah.
a red flag for all y'all.
Mm-hmm. And there was actually one other news thing that I thought of when you were talking Brotherhood, the Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh, is it about the movie?
Yeah, it's just a really quick dumb thing. I'm
Hey.
gonna see if I can find the news post for it, but there's the poster for the movie is missing Edward Elric. He's not pictured on it.
What?
All of the other characters are. Here, I'll send you the link to the news in
Interesting.
Discord.
Alright.
Yeah, it's
Actually, that
it's-
reminds me of
yeah.
news stuff too.
Oh yeah.
For movies. Oh yeah, I
Mm.
see. What?
Yeah. So apparently, it's Edward Elric has different management that actor has different management than all of the other characters.
So they couldn't
and they're
put
like,
them at the same time?
well, no, they're like not allowed to use that person's image in like digital advertising. So all of the posters that they post online have to have the person removed.
That's so weird and dumb.
Yeah, it's really stupid. So like if you have like a physical poster, I guess then you can use the regular thing and have Edward
Just
will be
don't
there.
scan it and put it online, and it becomes contraband.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
just such a dumb thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
So I saw a thing. I didn't read the full article. I just saw it.
Hmm.
It was talking about Akira and the live action movie of that. The current director
Yeah.
attached to it apparently was saying if they made a live action, they would want to make it with a full Japanese cast or
Oh.
full Asian cast
Yeah.
to try to keep it more to what it's like
Mhm.
originally was with like
Yeah. Keep it true to the source material.
yeah, that's the term I'm looking for. So that's interesting, but
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, it might have some hope after all.
Yeah, hopefully.
The person seems to be trying really hard to make it good and truthful.
Yeah. Hopefully they have enough power to get what they want and not have to just listen to the people with money. 'Cause
Yeah.
hopefully. We'll have to see.
Yeah, I guess we should get into book club then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should
So,
you want to start with Matoy or Renmei?
let's start with Matoy. We started with Renmei last week.
Okay. Start with Matoy.
So, this was a nice episode. I really
Yeah.
enjoyed it. It was just it wasn't complete filler, but it's like really
Mhm.
nice, light-hearted to break from all the kind of dark it was.
Mm-hmm.
And
This was.
yeah,
Yeah. It's like they it was kind of lighthearted, like you said, and they still managed to squeeze in some old explanations about like what's going on
in some
and have
plot.
a bit more action.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they got the plot to progress as well with it.
Yeah.
And yeah, hopefully we'll get
Hopefully.
to see that progress into into the second half. I hope it gets like really dark again in the second half. Now
Yeah.
that they all have their powers, and that's like the happy point before
Mhm.
everything falls apart. Like
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. It's a modern magical girl show, so I'm just waiting. Like when is it going to turn dark? Because it seems like all of those shows have
I
to
mean-
get dark eventually.
I mean, what's her name had all of her insides crushed by basically a graviton bomb and is now in a
Yeah.
coma. That's pretty dark.
Oh yeah, that is.
Floor
Suppose you're right.
deserved better.
Oh,
Floor
she did.
deserved so much better.
Who knows? Maybe they'll save her by the end. They'll get her a bunch of new insides and fix her up.
So yeah, we start off with like a jump to the past, and you see
Mhm.
Yuma's granddad or whatever freaking out because Yuma's like dancing around with floating stuff and spirits, and it's a really pretty scene. And
Yeah.
I know it's like you and his dad's like, I think we used to exercise spirits at one point. Like he doesn't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
And you see him there with his wife in there, or a woman. I think it must be his wife, though we haven't seen her since, so who knows what happened to her. But they're like terrified and shaking in their boots, not sure what to do. But the grandpa's like, let's go. I'll seal them away. Except it's really weird how he seals them, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we jumped forward, and Matoy and Yuma were on their way to school, but Clarice was with them.
Following
and so, yeah.
Matoy is rude as fuck. It's just like, hey, Clarice, can you not walk with us? Like, you won't walk farther away.
Yeah. And then once everyone started talking to Clarice, Matoy was just like, let's just get out of here. Let's go.
Clarice just like knocks everyone down and is like, get out of my way. And they're all like, please step on me. I'm like,
yeah. Yeah, true. Oh, totally. So then he cut to, I don't remember if they actually said his name or not, because I looked it up on Mal, and it was Carriot. It was the guy who was with Clarice at like the very, very start of the show.
Oh yeah, I think they have.
Yeah.
I think they've.
I don't know, but he was on his phone talking to his boss.
Sure he's Clarice's brother, just because of how similar they look in their similar names. But yeah, but yeah, they're like talking to the people in the organization about Matoy. They're like, well, it seems like it was an accident. It wasn't she's not like with the Knights or against them, but they're like, okay, well, we gotta get this with us. We can't let the Knights get it. And he like immediately defends her, like it's connected to her. Like we can't remove it. It would kill her.
Yeah, I got the feeling that in this scene, the Fatima, the guy, the organization, like this boss guy that Clarice was talking to.
Bad. I think they're bad people.
They seem like they're up to no good.
Clarice seems like a nice person. I'm calling it now. Their last fight is going to be against Floor, who is possessed, because they do experiments on her once they leave her behind in that coma. And it's going to be really dark and depressing and fucked up.
Oh, that would be. Oh, jeez.
Floor deserves better than that.
Oh, she does.
I really hope Floor gets like better in the end. Like someone helps her. Please, Floor.
Please. Hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see. So, yeah, then Matoy was at home and noticed Clarice was up in a tree spying on her. So she's like, do you want to come inside? Here, come inside.
It's like, it's cold out. Like, just stop that. Just, like, if you're gonna follow me, you just, like, sleep. Be okay. Don't die.
Yeah.
It's not worth.
Yeah. So she kind of forces her inside, and Dad Detective just seems happy that Matoy has more than one friend now.
It's like, I know so little about her. It's like, you're a detective. Can you not put together, like, anything?
Yeah.
It's funny, he's supposedly this amazing detective, and he's like over the phone helping people in Central without doing anything, without like even seeing anything with the case. But then he like, it's like when it comes to Mator, it's like, what a mysterious girl. Who knows? I'll never understand my daughter.
I guess being a dad's harder than being a dad detective.
True.
You know. So yeah, then the next day, Clarice and Matoy and Yuma have.
I've got a point. They shared the bed together with no fuss. There was no. Here, I've got another futon or anything. They shared the bed.
Yeah.
It was cute.
It was.
There we go. All right, we can move on.
Yeah. So next day, Matoy and Yuma decide to take Clarice shopping, and so they hop on the train to Tokyo.
Has no clothes. Yeah, they go to Harajuku.
Yeah. Then big old shopping montage, followed up by a small eating food montage. It's very cute.
Yeah, it was very lighthearted and cute, and it's like, Clarice deserves all this. You know who else deserves it? Give Floor the montage. Give Floor the montage. Goddamn. My whole watching this is just gonna be the Protect Floor Squad 2K17. If they don't bring Floor up again any time in the series, I'm gonna be super disappointed.
Yeah.
Give them
I'm
just
sure they
that,
will.
like, don't pull a robotics notice on me, please.
Yeah. It seems like such an important character point for Claris that they like have to bring her up again eventually.
So,
Hopefully.
so a robotics note
Yeah.
is like tying up every loose end except for the one about a blonde character's like murdered friend or family member, like person who's
Mhm.
been hurt, and just never clearing up that end. Because that happens in Robotics Note. There's like one character that's like, they went missing, we have no idea what happened to them, they go through the whole thing, everything gets cleared up, but they never talk about that character again. And it's like, it's one of the main characters' moms too. It's like, what?
What?
Like, where
That's
is it?
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it's based on a visual novel, so I guess you would probably
Oh.
find that on one route. It's also linked
Hmm.
to Steins Gate. There's a character in it that is in Steins Gate. So they're a kid in
Oh.
Steins Gate.
Huh.
It's part of the Semicolon series of
Yeah.
Chaos Head, Chaos Child, Steins Gate, uh, Robotics Note, and Occultic 9 is technically by them, but it's based off light novels, not visual novels, I believe, and
Hmm.
it's not in the same universe. I think all the
Huh.
other ones are in the same universe.
Okay. I keep telling myself I'm gonna get into that series someday. I'll
Which
watch
one?
her. I have no idea. The whole
All of
semicolon
them.
series. Yeah,
Semicolon.
I wouldn't know where to start, so it's like I don't know, just dive in wherever.
My favorite thing is, well, Steins Gate's a good start. It's really good, but
Hmm.
I think it's the director. They have multiple directors, but there's different
Hmm.
shows. He worked on like a bunch of the different semicolon series,
Yeah.
but then there's another series with a semicolon written the same way, so you think it's part of the series, but it's not, and it's like this super like lewd thing. Okay, no, it's not that one. If I just put a semicolon in the search, will it come up?
Mm.
No, I can't search anything with
Why
just a
not?
semicolon. Damn it.
Oh.
There was someone who had worked on like all of them and then that, and it was just really funny. I'm gonna see if I can find that while we keep talking about this show.
Okay. So yeah, after those montages, Montoya's Claire's just saying like, oh, I can't pay you back for all this stuff, all these clothes and all this food. I can't pay you back. Montoya's like, oh no, it's fine, we're friends. You don't have to pay us back. And Human is like, no, here's how you're gonna pay us back. So you're gonna make me into a magical girl or something. And she's like, no, I can't do that. It's like I can't turn you into a magical girl. I can only test her ability, see if you could
I'm
potentially.
surprised she would even offer to test or tell it when she's in this organization, and they might be like, "Hey, you can't talk about that." Right?
Yeah, this was such a weird thing because like the way she does it is she has this briefcase that she carries around with her, and just like has her ghost spirit guy in it, and she like opens it up and releases him and has him attack Yuma or something. And it's like that seems like with an organization like Fatima, it seems like they would have to like give her authorization to be able to use it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. That seemed weird.
Well, I think she's allowed to use it in her own judgment, but like,
Hmm.
yeah, and the way they test, supposedly, it's like if you aren't compatible, it just goes through you.
Hmm.
But yeah, so it goes to punch, and it's like, there's a barrier. What the fuck? That ain't normal.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah. There's the barrier that stops it, and they're like, "What? That's crazy." And so they try again, and Yuma's like, "No, try harder," and eventually he breaks through the barrier, and then suddenly, Fox and the Tanuki spirits hop out of Yuma, and then run away. And they're
And
like, "What?"
the old
And
grandpa who sealed
hmm
them forever ago sees it
hmm
breaking in or break the ceiling, so he's like, "Oh no, what?"
yeah,
Like, oh
it's
shit.
yeah, because he'd used a stone pendant thing and just had it sitting around, and then it suddenly broke. It's like, oh no,
They're
this is bad.
free. Like, it's
Yeah.
so he'll probably be relevant in the second half in some way where he shows up and is like, "Hey, the fuck you got going on with these children?" The weird
Yeah.
thing I want to get. I'll wait till the end to get back to the weird thing about the way he's healed them. Anyways,
Hmm.
So yeah, they run away from her because they're all scared, and we kind of get a chase montage. Like, not much
Yeah.
happens in the chase. It's just a bunch of different scenes of her running away, and then Clarice and Matoy, like, oh no, we've lost them. Let's transform to find them wherever.
Hmm.
And then we get the little, I'm gonna use these to lure them out. They love this or whatever. I forget what food it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I forget.
Uh,
Fried something.
Fried
I don't
tofu.
remember.
They're just like,
Yeah.
foxes love fried tofu. This will definitely
Yeah.
work, and then it does. It's like,
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah. It was funny. Clarence was like, "That's so dumb. That would never work." And it's like, "Nope, totally worked."
yeah. I like how
He's.
Yuma, like, this whole time wants, like, a god and had to all along. It's like,
Hmm.
maybe the real gods are the ones inside us all along. Wait a second. And
Oh, hang
Yuma
on.
and her goddamn death wish.
Hmm.
But yeah.
So yeah. Then eventually Yuma, they end up at a shrine, and she just prays like, "Oh, I really see them again. Just please,
Yeah.
They need to show up."
Give me my friends back, my little friend
Yeah.
foxes. And
And
yeah,
they
so,
heard her, and they came back, and they're all friends again.
yeah, but this is where the weird thing happens. Is it shows
Mhm.
how they were sealed. They were like
Mhm.
off to the side watching her the entire time. Like the way they were sealed, they were still in the physical plane, but trapped to just kind of follow her from afar. It seemed like,
Mhm.
because you see them
Yeah.
watching her grow up.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of the reason they think it's okay. Is like maybe or it might be supposed to be them like seeing it through her prayers.
Mhm.
I don't really know, but yeah, they're all happy and friends together, and Yuma has spirit children. Yay!
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm just gonna say those spirits are really cute.
They really are.
They're,
They have
they're
such good
designs.
designs. I love the designs
do.
in this.
Yeah.
They're also the only gods that don't look like crazy 3D murder machines.
Yeah. That's right. Oh man, Claris's and Matoy's gods look crazy, wild.
That would actually make so the 69 pendant thing was
Yeah.
the two colors of the foxes, and like, oh, this is like our treasure. It's like
Oh yeah.
they were probably from the treasure, but because they were sealed in her, that's why they couldn't find the
Oh
thing.
yeah. That's right. That makes sense.
It's like, oh, there's nothing going on here. It's like, it's because they're sealed in Yuma.
Mhm.
They figured it out.
Yeah.
I'm curious how Clarence is going to report, oh yeah, so the other one suddenly has gods now too.
Yeah. Hey, by the way, we have like twice as many magical girls now.
Yeah, what's up? Welcome to the squad.
Yeah. So, yeah. I'm really excited to see more of this. This has been a much more enjoyable show than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Like I thought it'd be like okay, but it's actually really fun.
I made a good choice for once. Yay!
Yeah. Finally, after 3 seasons of the show, we've gotten good at picking shows.
Yeah, what was the one I picked last season?
Was
Was I the one who picked Sentai? Or was that you? No, that would have been you, because I picked, I picked Clockwork Planet, which was a disaster.
Yeah. Oh, you picked Mary.
Right,
Dream Maker
actually,
Mary.
yeah, no, Mary was
Yeah,
okay. Mary was okay.
Yeah, that was
But
an alright show.
I think I like this more than Mary, even though I actually
Yeah.
did like a lot of Mary, and a lot of the stuff about Mary.
Hmm.
Just the lack of it being finished, I think, kind of hurt it a bit.
Yeah, totally.
This
totally
is
agree.
an original work, so it's gonna wrap up where it's supposed to
Mhm.
wrap up, which will be nice.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
it for that. Next up, we have
Yeah.
Haibane Renmei, and I'm just gonna say I got
Mhm.
spoiled a tiny bit because I was on
Oh, no.
Sakugaburo hitting random to look at cool scenes, and I saw
Yeah.
a very brief bit of a scene. I'm not gonna say anything about it,
Oh.
but this show's going to have something happen at one point. It has to,
Mhm.
from what I saw.
Okay. Hmm.
And
'Cause
I think it's still foreshadowing its way.
Okay. Because that it's like all these episodes have been kind of hinting, and everything's been a little bit weird. Like something's gonna happen soon.
Yeah,
So,
I have no context for what I saw, but
yeah.
anything I say today will not be related to it. 'Cause
Okay.
it's not related to any of the things I thought about today.
Hmm. Okay. Well, now I'm just really curious what you saw. Hmm.
Do you mind if I say what I think it might be related to, but also might not be because I have no idea?
Yeah, sure.
I think it might have been related to Reki's nightmare.
Okay.
which
Interesting.
means it might have been Reki's nightmare, or it might not have. It might just be something related. I have no idea. That's just my best guess because it was just really weird, the scene.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
Interesting.
yeah,
So
we
yeah.
find out a lot more about the world that's really fucked up this episode.
Mhm.
We go to the
Yeah.
bookstore, the
Yeah.
library. Yay.
Hmm.
Mm,
So yeah, because
hanging out with
Raka's
Nemu.
gone with Nemu. So yeah, it's just Raka helping out at the library. And there was a human librarian there named Sumika who's pregnant and asked Raka what it was like for her to be born. And that was just like this weird but kind of cool scene I thought of. Just like,
Yeah,
oh,
that was a nice
she's
scene.
like,
And then,
yeah.
there's the whole stuff with Nemu and that girl and how she wants to give her a
Hmm.
present before the child's born. I almost get the feeling that Nemu might be gay and might have been into her
Yeah, I
and
had.
because there's that one scene where they're sitting together and
Hmm.
Nemu starts crying and it almost feels like that would be her telling like, oh, I'm getting married to someone, and this is that.
Hmm. Yeah, I totally got that feeling from this. It's like Nemu is like she's happy for Sumika because she's happy, but maybe her heart feels a different way.
Yeah, because I can't think of another reason for the crying scene
Yeah,
from Nemu.
because yeah, that's because that scene was when they were talking about the book and how it was kind of destroyed and they couldn't read it, and so
Yeah,
it's like doesn't make sense in that context. There's
yeah.
definitely more going on.
Yeah. But we find out some other stuff too, like there's a Hibana gang. There's actually
Yeah,
another nest in the old, uh,
abandoned factory.
yeah, the factory district or whatever. And
Hmm.
Reki's not allowed to go into that district, and one of the guys from there isn't allowed to come to their district. I don't know if
Hmm.
more people can't cross over, but those two definitely can't. Because
Yeah,
apparently Reki ran away with him at one point,
yeah.
and I'm not sure if, like, by ran away. Well, they kind of make it like went off and stayed at that factory for a while. And also, this is where we find out, oh yeah, there are other male Ibane. We kind of got it from the speaker or whatever.
Hmm.
But it's like, oh yeah, that nest, they're so lucky.
It's co-ed.
Yeah, it's like, wait, so there's actually different
Yeah.
nests and some are and some aren't? It's weird that
Hmm.
none of them would interact with each other,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
Like, apparently they have in the past. I guess they get jobs in their own sections and sometimes interact. Those
Hmm.
two, if there's not more nests, then it kind of makes sense if they don't interact because of bad blood.
Hmm.
But yeah, it was interesting and weird.
Yeah. It like added kind of a new layer to this stuff. Like, oh, there
Like,
isn't just the interaction between the Haibane and the human. There's this like inner Haibane
yeah, it's like,
politics going
are
on.
they all not allowed to go across to others? Like, what's up with that? Why
Yeah.
would she get in trouble for just going and hanging out with the other Haibane? Also, it's like, well,
Hmm.
them can't be left alone with the kids or something. It's like, hey, get another Haibane from the other one to come back. Like, or send more
Yeah.
humans to look after. Like, there's other ways around. So it makes you wonder exactly how it went down and why. We might
Hmm.
find out later.
Maybe. Man, it's like that's been the main thing of the show now. Is like I just want to find out more about Reki. Like, I don't know. She seems like such an interesting character, and they're only just doing small hints here and there.
Oh, I also want to find out more about Ku. So Ku's working
Oh yeah.
at a diner, I think, and the
Hmm.
person keeps who runs it keeps calling Ku boy. But
Yeah.
Ku's a boy. Theirs isn't co-ed, so maybe Ku is trans or
Yeah.
something. Who knows?
I had the same thought because there was that scene where the restaurant guy calls Ku a boy, and then there's this like very deliberate shot of Ku, and just Ku's just like smiling and doesn't say anything.
Yeah, and Ku
So it's
also
like,
dresses very masculine
hmm,
on purpose. So maybe. And then
yeah,
the weird thing about this, I'm worried about Ku because Ku starts like saying goodbye to everyone.
yeah,
And it's like Ku had been talking earlier about trying to fly away,
hmm,
and I don't know. I think Ku might commit suicide, or might
oh,
actually fly away, like over. Ku is trans. Like if that's a thing that's in this, I would not have
mhm.
expected it going in, but it
Yeah,
almost starts to look like that's where it's going. And it's like, ooh, that might get really heavy real
yeah.
fast.
Oh boy, buckle up. This show might be going places.
Yeah, we're gonna find out for
Oof.
sure.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, there was also a little bit more with the book that Nemu was making for Sumika. It was based on the a book that was like about the creation of the world, and
Mm-hmm.
she had said like, oh, there was a bunch of different books had a bunch of different ways that it started, and, or like, or no, it was when Raka was doing research. She said like, oh, a bunch of different cultures have different ways that it starts, and but they're all kind of similar.
Which is weird to think about different cultures, because they're stuck in an isolated city. How do they
Yeah.
know about other cultures? I guess from the books that's the only other way, right? But they also
Mm-hmm.
say the books don't talk about outside of the
Yeah.
walls at all. So it's like, that's weird that I guess there's multiple cultures inside this one city from before it
Yeah.
happened, and I guess they still kept enough of their own individuality.
Mm-hmm. I wonder because like they had said that the Toga are the ones that bring them the books.
Hmm.
So like maybe the Toga used to let more books in and then realized, oh, we shouldn't be letting these books in. So now they're being more careful about what ones they give them.
That's possible too. Or they're like, well, the creation stories are okay to go because they're all kind of similar,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's all just theories on creation. And we don't know how much of this is from the book or not, but they kind of,
Mm-hmm.
when they do the finished version with their own idea, they talk
Mm-hmm.
about the city being where the high bond are allowed, and it floats in the sky,
Mm-hmm.
which could explain why they're like, oh, nothing else can go except for birds, right? Or the toga, maybe the
Yeah.
toga has some way to fly or something, or it's
Yeah.
like on a mountain or something.
I think I want to say I think that part was supposed to be like what was Raka the idea she gave her
Probably,
Nemu.
probably,
Yeah.
but like we don't know, right? It could be hinting
Yeah.
that maybe it is something different. Maybe it's on a mountain isolated somewhere. Maybe it's like who
Mm-hmm.
knows.
Who knows?
But
Yeah.
yeah, I think Ku might not show up again after this.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to
Or
see.
one more episode. Yeah.
Oh.
Because next
Oh.
episode is about the halfway point, so I think things will
Mm-hmm.
start. If they are
Yeah.
breaking down, they'll break down then.
Yeah. Things got to start happening soon.
Hmm.
Is yeah. There's. Oh, I really want to binge watch the rest of this just to see what all happens and where this goes. It's so good.
Hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. I think that's kind of all I've got for the shows this week.
Yeah. I ain't
Oh,
got any more, so
yeah. So, yeah.
yeah, thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Look forward to episodes next week. They seem like they're going to be really fun.
Mm-hmm. Totally.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I hope
Yeah.
this new
Thank you.
time helps other people. We're probably going to do a bit earlier next week than we did this week.
Yeah.
We got off to a late start,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, so
So yeah. We'll see you next week.
yep. Thanks for watching.
Bye bye.